surprising picks by playing your mid to late game teamfight comps very well. Go back to that, because at this point, you have nothing left to lose.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see if we are going to get anything kind of crazy from Yang in this final game. See if he can neutralize that lane. Because if he can neutralize that lane against Captain Nuke, that is definitely a big step in the right direction where, Wezzy can kind of ignore top lane and hopefully start focusing on other lanes to try to get them rolling. As you said, the Karma Taric, Kog'Maw type stuff we did see against Western, they looked very proficient in their team fighting. And I think that Maryland, honestly, is a pretty good team fighting team. I think they can win team fights against UCI, but UCI plays so well around the map and gets all these advantages that A, Maryland never really gets a 5v5 team fight, and B, like, if they do, it's basically you're down 10k gold, right? UCI is choosing all the times that they fight. They're choosing when they engage. They're choosing how the game is played out. And when your opponent dictates the entire pace of the game, you can't expect to win.
And they almost won down 10k as well to those team fights. So imagine if the game was imagine the game was a bit close. Some of the team fights.
They almost won some of the team fights. I'll give you that. They didn't almost win the game.
All right. Well, Kazakhstan got Talia, the band staying stable there for Irvine. Vladimir, Zoe, and Cassio as Rise first pick here for White. So a very different look in these first few picks.
Yeah, so the blind Rise, we did see Descraton is a strong Cassio though, right? He played that last game. If I'm Descraton, I'm just going straight back to Cassio. I'm just actually grabbing that up and playing that into that mid lane. Swain definitely could be a flex pick here if they want to lock it in. Can go top, can go mid, but it's going to be Rakan looking like there's perhaps setting up again for Rakan Zaya.
That's not Trundle.
It's not Trundle.
Expecting Trundle here for Young Van. I think I'd love to see the Cassio again. Unfortunately, it did get banned, so Maryland kind of figured out.
Yep.
They're like, okay, we want to take Rise, what do we do? Interesting to see them put so much into this champion, but actually, then we're going to pick Swain. So like you said, that flex solo lane coming out. We have seen them play Swain Trundle already. And using that to great effect. So still on the table unless Wezzy wants to steal that jungler away.
Yeah, you can actually use the Swain passive and pull them back in when the Trundle pillar kind of pops you up, which is very annoying. All right, here we go.
Here we go. That's a brand. I mean, you know what? This is the kind of thing I think we wanted to see.
Yeah.
More
this
aggressive.
Is what you have to see, right? You need to take a chance. Like, you're not going to win a standard game against this team. That has been proven. And because it is UMD, you don't really know where anything is going, right? Like, is this a top Rise? Is this a mid Rise? Is this a mid brand, a support brand?
Yeah.
Like,
all right.
All right.
And now Draven already is
aggressive. I like it.
Already is laughing. I could have sworn I read one just saying Ribbon, but I guess you said Draven. You never know. Maybe it's coming down the line. Irvine, I think, though, I mean, again, it ain't broke. No need to fix it. I think Trundle makes sense. I've already played the duo with mid jungle, or top jungle, of course, if they want to swap it up to the top lane.
Too, but
right.
Zach, okay. And I think Zach makes a lot of sense against Brandon Rise. These guys are relatively on the shorter range as far as the mages go. Draven can actually reject the engage there from Zach with the Elastic Slingshot. You can actually knock him out of that, so there's something going for the Draven. But these are all characters that want to scrap, that want to get involved. And if Zach actually catches any of them, they're squishy enough that you can burst them down fairly easily. I am expecting, as it stands for UMD, though, this is probably a brand Draven bot lane, and you just play hyper aggressive and you try to smash that lane. Probably going to be a Rise mid. These are obviously what you would normally expect, but because they have mixed it up a fair bit in the past, it's no guarantee that it is going to be standard. And you can see that even UCI knows that it might not be going where it's standard because they ban away the Taric. They're saying, well, yeah, probably a brand support, but what if it's a brand top? What if it's a brand mid,
Well, interesting tank top lane bans here for Maryland. So both Cho'Gath and Malphite taken away. And seems like Latman going to pick either of these two are fine. I mean, Zaya also up still with Rakan, so Latman has really his pick of ADs. I think whatever he feels safest into what is expected to be a very aggressive bot lane matchup makes sense, and he decides that for this game it will be Caitlyn.
Yeah, I think especially for the laning phase, Caitlyn makes a lot of sense into the Draven. Yes, you can go Ezreal and just kind of try to max range, but Draven hitting you with Axis can be pretty devastating. The long range that Caitlyn does have can really help you to get through that early laning phase and prevent Draven from snowballing, because that is very often how Draven win games. Elise Sid.
Ooh, yeah!
All right.
All right, I mean, this is what we expected. A big team drop, very aggressive, almost across the board. Rise being kind of the exception there.
It's really funny when I saw Cho'Gath and Malphite banned it out. I'm like, are they trying to play Yasuo top? But I was like, nah, it's not going to happen, so don't worry about it. But it is going to be, I'm assuming Yasuo top, Rise mid, and we got the Brand Draven bottom lane. Renekton, though, absolutely bops Yasuo. It turns out that dashing around doesn't matter that much when you can point and click stun him.
Yeah, nothing to win wall. It's a big crocodile. It's all bad.
But they do have combo. They do have the Lee Sin plus Yasuo combo, which can be used to pull that off. And they're obviously kind of throwing it all on the table. They're just going to try and see what they can get done here. Wezzy going to be on a carry. He has been target banned so much throughout this tournament. The Kazakhs, the Rengar, always getting taken away from this guy. So he's going to the Lee Sin. We have an aggressive bottom lane. We have the potential for a snowball top lane. And now they just have to execute here. And that has been the most difficult thing to do against UCI, who is likely going to try to play this game slowly, play around their winning lanes and not really give anything up early. And
again, credit to Maryland here for, keeping the smiles wide and again keeping up their composure. I mean, this was a team that when pushed saying, hey, you now have to win out in order to get anything done. They were like, okay, I think they've said themselves when the pressure is off, it seems like they just play a lot better. And you could see the confidence build in that series. There is a window. It's a very small one, and it's really tough to squeeze Lee Sin Yasuo through it because they're pretty big boys. But we'll see if they can get it done. Nuke, though, I love what he's doing. It's like, all right, gauntlet thrown, I'll accept.
Yeah, and when Yang is a jungle support main, he said, and Phil's playing the Yasuo, we gotta respect it. The blind pick Yasuo into Captain Nuke, who's been giving him the business in the top lane.
Yep, Youngbin also probably going to be back for many a visit, so we'll see if Wezzy can get super aggressive here on the Lee Sin. But I can tell you, no matter what happens, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a game that seems like it's going to be done fast one way or the other.
Yes,
either UMD snowballs or they do not. And it snowballs the other way.
And I'm going to start now. The only reason I knew, by the way, is because I checked the minimap and I could only see one champion icon. That always lets you know that something is happening. But yeah, already spotted out. All right.
Unlucky.
It's all over, unfortunate. But hey, you got to try it. UMD know that they really need to be very creative. And a team that's already showcased a lot of their creativity here in the College Championship is going to need to show us just a little bit more.
Yep, and they're going to have to show us a really high level of execution because, even with some of these kind of creative, cool picks, it's still going to be very hard to really pull off of a team against a team of this caliber. And you can see that Latman, Bloodwater going for a very defensive setup in the bottom lane. You have a long-range marksman with the Caitlyn starting Doran Shield. You have the coin. Therefore, Bloodwater, they're just looking to kind of play it back, play it safe against this Brand and Draven. So a lot of pressure, I feel like, on Wezzy because you have this losing top lane that got counterpicked. You have a mid lane that also Descarton got to counterpick. He needs to kind of get out there and make something happen and get some leads for his team, whether it's trying to snowball a bot or trying to turn around some of these matchups in the solo lanes.
Yep, especially given the camping clinic that Youngbin put in the last game. Have to agree there. We are going to kick things off here in the mid lane. Back to jungle here as Youngbin is on the blue, leashed by his duo, but same on the red buff there for Wezzy. So both duo lanes should arrive around the same time. But Wezzy with the red buff already pathing towards the top lane. Kind of see all the things being put together.
Yeah, and Wezzy is playing a champion that can snowball an early game. Lee Sin certainly has the potential to take over there, especially against a Zac who has quite a weak early game. But, the vision that UCI is going to be playing around, you can see they already have a deep ward that they had laid down. That's not going to spot him unless he walks over there, but still, they know generally where he started. You kind of expect where then he might go.
Yeah, Wolves into blue after that red there for Wezzy, who did not clear any other camps.
I'm kind of confused. I'm not sure if this is an accident from Nuke, but he's actually going Comet on Renekton. I'm not sure if he forgot to change his masteries from Camille. That's actually what I would guess.
Yeah, I think so
I'm pretty sure he just has the wrong masteries, which actually does give Yang a bit more of a way in, unless there's something that I'm just totally missing, but I've literally never seen a Comet Renekton in a high-level game, so we'll find out.
All right, the party's starting. Youngbin going to be the first one to get a Grest on. Shredded down. Nuke is here, but maybe a little too late. The stun is great, though. Where's he going to lose these double buffs? Yang, he's going to need to try and get the NATO out. Oh, the smite! So clutch heals him out, but a good flash from Nuke's also going to save him. White, though, now roaming up to Youngbin. They will pop the passive on the Zac. Lee Sin's off in Never Never Land.
Will he die
Trying to escape. Yep,
okay.
He's going to go down. Wezzy does not want to donate the buffs. Will donate his life to the turret instead.
Oh, wow. Actually works out really well. They get the double buffs. Actually, no, not double buffs because the red buff hadn't been taken, but they do get first blood onto Yang. He's smiling on the Yasuo. And yeah, Captain Nuke playing the Comet Renekton is probably going to make that quite a bit harder. You can see that Yang went a pretty defensive rune setup with Fleet Footwork as opposed to Conqueror or PTA, as you would more kind of commonly see, but it makes sense in what is generally considered to be a counter matchup. That being said, I don't really know that it's as big of a counter when you have the wrong runes.
Yeah, Favorite Battle Rumble notwithstanding, we'll have to see how this all works out. But we're looking for the, ooh,
Sidestep.
great little use of the Blood Rush here to move out of the way and now get aggressive. They flash in! Quirk really smelling blood in the water.
Hey, that's a flash for both AD carry sumps. Maryland is getting pretty hypey here. They're going for a reinvade on Youngbin.
Youngbin, oh, Wizzy, hello!
Youngbin's gonna die.
Yep, goodbye, sir. Wizzy will take him down. Smiles across the board, and this is actually working.
Hey, man, they play without pressure. They are getting aggressive. They are playing in their opponent's face, and so far, so good here for Maryland. Looking like a rejuvenated team here in game number 3.
Well, Yang always getting fancy, gets a knock up on a nuke. Nuke back in, looking for the stun, empowered, still taking damage. Oh, I think the wave might be a little too dicey. Nuke taking damage though, as a cannon is there. Yang ready with a NATO. If he can land it, that's probably a kill confirmed. Does get it down. No, I think he might have misplayed. Lives just barely, and Wesley's like, hey, I'm here to collect the kill. Yang, he's the juicy bait. Don't bait too hard though, you might get yourself killed. Here's the Lee Sin.
Oh no! You really hate to see that. You really hate to see that.
Well, dive called off. Captain Nuke picks up a kill there in the top lane.
Oh, that's unlucky.
That's the only thing it is.
Yeah.
Oh, again engaged, not dodged out this time. Alrighty, forced to use his heal to get out of there. Burns a flash as well, but Youngbin already ready. Stand aside, oh, he misses. That's probably a kill for sure.
Yeah.
Youngbin, he's gonna get it, but a TP down from Yang. He already got a Zeal. He's gonna try and clean up here at the Yasuo. Floodwater ignited will go down to Quirk. Flatman running out, but Tescroton TP's in himself. They want the Youngbin. Yang will take him down. He's got the tornado ready. He's gonna try and dance around the trap. Doesn't get it. The tornado misses. Yang back to the wave to try and play it safe. White's coming down, but he's a little late. Actually, they do catch Yang. Quirk with a great Pillar of Flame. Enough damage to give Yasuo another kill. He's third of the game.
Baiting him into false sense of security. The classic die to the turret to TP bot and get 2 kills. It's just a quicker base.
Yeah, exactly what he needed. As I watch this one again.
All right, here it is one more time. Alrighty, and Quirk, the opportunity is spotted there by Bloodwater, goes forward. The trap just barely doesn't land, or already would have been gone down immediately, but stand aside just a bit to the right there from already kind of misjudging the approach, but Yang, nice TP in, able to get up the cleanup, and down goes Bloodwater. He looks for a couple more kills, but the collapse is coming in from everyone. You know, Descraton comes in, Flatman does not have enough damage to get a kill, and Lee Sin and Rise are all coming in, so Flatman is kind of forced to go back through the 2 members and does get ended up taken down.
I think you got 2 crits in a row, actually. I didn't notice that last time, but whatever happened, Yang did pick up that last kill as the pressure is not stopping. UMD up 2,000 gold at 6.5 minutes.
Looking good, man. And honestly, it could have been even more. Macy and all in here from Nuke, but choking him out for now.
Ults here on both sides.
Yeah.
Nothing else going on.
And this is why he kind of took the Fleet Footwork. He's trying to be able to heal up off of some of these trades because it's so difficult to actually deal with those trades. That was a really close call actually for Latman, barely avoiding that stun from Quirk, which could have meant a lot of damage coming in, but we'll see how this goes. I mean, mid lane is actually going in the favor of White. For once, they're really having pressure in all 3 lanes.
Well, we'll see what else can happen here as Wezzy is going to move in over to the Drake, but instead it's actually a dive perhaps that's brewing. Not 6 just yet for the Lee Sin, but a blue invade here in tandem with White. Be nice to try and steal that away. We'll see if he donates it over or wants the XP for himself. Also as a Gromp to try and take away.
Yeah, and Youngbin's trying to just match that on the other side of the map. They're trying to steal back their opponent's blue. For Youngbin, it's all about the hit and run tactics right now. You do not want to fight a level 6 Lee Sin. It's a level 4 Zac. He's looking pretty weak. But potentially could go for this bot lane dive, honestly. And Yang may get dove at the same time topside. We'll see who can pull it off first.
Oh, Wesley actually looking for the dive. Get away from the one in top lane. Oh, the Q's gonna miss! Flash forward instead. Yep, you know what? You mess up, he's gonna flash after it. Sometime Youngbin here. Yang trying to dance around, but a Q straight to the back. Takes him down.
All right, well, it's a trade of kills, and I was informed it was the incorrect overlay. So he did have Conqueror, so
they both
disaster averted for Captain Nuke. I was wondering why I never actually saw the comment coming out.
well.
It all makes sense.
It does, finally. Everything is illuminated. As Wesley will take it. Mountain Drake as well. Starting to split the map here, Yang. A good start, certainly, but Youngbin again rights the ship there in top lane. But Wesley staying very active on this map, which is really what you have to see on a champion like Lee Sin. And as a result, UMD will get Mountain Drake as their first objective of the game.
Yeah, and potentially could look for a redive, trying to go focus Latman. You definitely would like to see them try to cash in on this Draven. You want to get all the stacks going. You want to be able to cash in. It's so costly every time you actually die on this Draven. You lose so much of your passive. It's 75% actually of the stacks. So here goes the 4-man dive.
Yep, they know it coming. No, nice ward in the brush. Trap's going to try and get it there, but Bloodwater actually does get rooted up by the Rise. TP's coming out on the other side as well. And now I think it's going to be turned around. Where's he going to try and look for the kill before he goes down? Maybe now, fishing for the great escape, but a trap is great from Latman. He's going to look for the kill, but he doesn't quite get it.
So close to getting that kill, and now Youngbin in.
Oh, flash slapped together. Alrighty's here. He might be able to do something else. There's Nuke also running down, but Alrighty can maybe stop it. A good flash from White gets him out the standard side. He's going to miss that from the Draven, and that's going to spell disaster. But the Brando going through everyone does get the Zac passive. But I don't know if they have time to get it through. Rise can't split the spell flux through the Bloblets.
Yeah, Nuke just kind of zoning them off, so they lose the stacks again here on Alrighty, who I'm not sure if his heal came up after he died or was actually up there, but close fight. UCI does end up coming out on top. Yang just going to try to invade on the top side to get something back. But, you know, UCI is starting to kind of get back in this game and really looking like they're stabilizing.
Spotted by Swain, though, with the Vision of Empire. Also the Tri-Bush Ward helping out. Wesley, though,
Go back.
another bait by Yang. Oh, no. All right, here we go. Again, hopping over the wall.
Nope.
Out of range.
What was he looking for? Yeah, couldn't get in range. You know, hoping to actually get that double ult combo off, and they're kind of continuing this invade. But I mean, the bottom lane here from UCI is around mid lane, so see if they can get it and get out. I mean, this is
They're going to get it. He smites it away, but now the fight's going to break out. Youngman here back again, but White just takes him down. Descraton over the wall. They're going to try and get something to happen, but where's he already used his kick? Descraton though low. Dang, looking for a few more kills. Does get the ult into the trundle. Gets a double kill in over to the right. It's a 2v3. Young going to try and fight it out, but White now the only one left as Nuke is low, but not dead.
2 for 2 though for UMD. There is very good. Their bottom lane is on the other side of the map. They're actually going to get first turret. That's essentially 5 members top from UCI and an even trade. So nicely done there from Maryland.
And you love to see it as well. Quirk backing off, giving Alrighty the solo gold on the first turret, which UMD has really finally get in this series. Latman and Bloodwater trying to push down a bit. Here's White again. Bloodwater trying to roam around again and knock up, but doesn't quite connect. Quirk is here. They need a stun. They don't have a root left. A good chant from Bloodwater. He's going to buy a bit of extra time, and now White forced to run as Swain TP's down. The Vision of Empire causing some problems. Here's the elastic slingshot. White is going to find himself slapped together, but a Brandon again. So much damage. Lightman gets exploded.
Yeah, they get the kill there. Nuke has roamed down, but there's 4 members mid for UMD, and they have the health advantage.
They're diving, almost assuredly, given how they've been playing. Instead, UCI will respect it. They'll back up and they'll take the turret. UMD again, with all this aggression, are starting to piece it together.
I mean, this is like such a better team. They're not allowing UCI to get into their rhythm. You know, we talked in between games about how UCI is always dictating the pace of the game. Maryland is really turning that up. They're nonstop going for plays. They're just saying, all right, we're not going to play macro. We're going to fight you. You are going to have to play our game. And they're playing it very, very well. And here was the play. So hard on Rise to actually hit a Rakan who's moving that quickly. And then, you know, very little way out here for White. But the TP's coming in. And look at the brand ult. So much damage on those members. The living bomb stacking up and just shredding Latman. Essentially a solo kill there from Quirk. And that is the power of a support brand.
It's crazy to think that, you know, UMD's coach maybe just needed to say, hey, play every game like it's game 5, because it does feel like it changes so much.
Yeah.
When they just loosen up a bit, when they have a bit more confidence, when they feel like they don't have anything left to lose. It happened yesterday when they went down in game 1. It's happening now in this game 3. We're still a long way away from a game 5 territory, but UMD certainly doing what they need to do to keep themselves in the series.
Yeah, to make a competitive game here, right? You know, we'll start with that. And it is one of those things that, you know, this is the collegiate level, even at the pro level, in every esport at the pro level, you see people struggle to transition online success to LAN play, to these big events, and then even, you look at NALCS Studio to transition that success to international and these sorts of things. And so much of that is about playing with comfort, playing with confidence, and it's so easy to say you should be doing it. Oh, just play the same, play aggressive, but there's so much more pressure and there's so much more kind of riding on it that it becomes very difficult to actually do.
Feels like attitude is everything.
That's why a lot of the players, that do kind of have that cockiness, that confidence, are able to do it.
Alrighty, not a bad stand aside, and now the counting ain't gonna happen. Where's he looking for the top in? He's gonna make the Brand, they'll bounce around everyone! Bloodwater gonna get taken down by the Brand, UMD! They're doing it!
Quirk is just destroying them, and look at Alrighty laughing about it. Yang is here. They're going for the 2v1 in the mid lane.
Gotta be careful from the Nova.
Explosion.
And can block it. No, didn't have a win wall, I don't think. Desperton does get the kill. All right, dial it back.
Yang knows that was a bit of an oopsie there. You can see him having a laugh, but they will get top side of the map. They're going to get the turret. They got 3 kills. Things still going very, very well for them. And Desperton has to show a little bit of respect here. He has no walls.
Not being shown right now. White gonna ult 4, gonna try and get the kill. Really nicely put. I think actually Desperton may have almost found out White needs to commit flash if he really wants it. He does. Oh, he does want it. Wants it a little too late. No, still gets the kill, but now under the turret and rooted by the Swain. Goodbye, Sweet Prince. Taken down by Youngbin.
Worth.
Yeah, you know what? Straight to the offside after that one.
Definitely worth. You call that. Well, we take those. You're down 2-0, you take those.
5k gold up, 3 turrets to 0. Have the only Drake of the map. Ocean Drake up and ready for the taking, perhaps.
But UCI trying to stay composed, trying, kind of slow down this game, and they will have a very powerful, composition in the later stages. Certainly, here it is one more time. UCI coming forward, not expecting Wesley to be there. This time the stand aside is on point. The Brand, Bloodwater going in, and actually the ult bounces to him as he ease out to Latman, which puts the ult onto Latman, and that's a triple living bomb. Everyone exploding.
Really, in some ways, almost a very clever, soft counter pick to Rakan. At least in the way that things are playing. I mean, how many times do you play against support Brand as Rakan? Maybe not that often.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, you can't... Brand can explode a champion like Rakan, certainly. But at the same time, if Rakan is executing really well, the Brand can also just die before he gets to do anything on the engage, right? And I think a lot of this is about the setups and about the fact that, UMD has had the right members in the right place. They're often the ones that have the numbers advantage in this game like they haven't before in the series. And that's allowing Quirk to have free time, right? And maybe there needs to be a change in who they're prioritizing for UCI as targets, because they're trying to take down White or they're trying to take down Alrighty. And quietly in the background, it's the support Brand that's killing everyone. I mean, he's doing more damage than the Drake.
Oh, Nuke looking for a solo kill once again. Yang getting shredded down as the Renekton pop the ult. Yang nados and runs away. That turret pressure still coming. Alrighty, maybe catch Desperton gets pulled back forward, but Alrighty with a Bloodthirst will be just fine for now.
Yeah, we'll see if Yang is able to kind of get anything going in this matchup, but he did have such a good start. He started with the 3 early kills, but he has been roaming around fighting so much, and Captain Nuke has just been kind of running it down side lanes, just farming it up. So now Captain Nuke is, is up 30-40 CS.
Ooh, good catch, actually. But still, Youngbin goes in. The stand aside again is nice. Rooting onto Youngbin. Yang comes up out of nowhere. With the ultimate, Youngbin does get clipped into the passive. Yang moves forward, gonna stop that off for the win wall. They will take one down. A flash forward in from Quirk. Tries to stun Latman, but doesn't grab it. Youngbin goes down. They've already got 2. Alrighty, straight into it. Once the kill, pops the heal, looks for the last axe in onto Caitlyn, but not gonna grab it. Desperton gets a kill on the backside as they dive too deep, and Nuke, he's come up as well to equalize the trade. Alrighty is now trapped in the base with nowhere to run to. Those, sir, are not your base gates. And that's gonna be 2 for 3. UCI picking up kills.
Yeah, I love the attempt there from Alrighty, almost getting that kill on Latman, just barely couldn't get in range, but then Desperton kind of cleaning up the fight as Captain Nuke came in. Meant that he was in the wrong side of town and is going to get taken out. This is such a good start to the fight, though, for UMD. They actually catch out Bloodwater on the side. And he is actually just interrupted there. Another good stand aside from Alrighty, who has been on point with that. And look at that kick flash from Wezzy into the Yasuo ultimate. Bloodwater is deleted. You can see Alrighty actually redirecting the ult by running over to the side on the right of your screen to pull that back, proc the Zac passive, get the second kill, and this is where they were just getting hypey, and Alrighty was actually so close to getting in range, blowing the heal, had the blood rush, just couldn't actually finish it off, and then because he's not with the team, because he's not, there, the solo laners from UCI were just a little bit too much.
Yeah, and again, tries to cut it out, get some lifesteal back, but not enough left as Nuke picks up another kill. Actually, a double as he slipped into the back end of that fight. So gold lead's still there, but has been cut down by a little. 3,500 gold now ahead for UMD.
And quietly, Captain Nuke has kind of touched on it, but he is ahead now. He's 1,300 gold up in that 1v1 with an advantageous kind of matchup there. There does come a point, I think, when you're talking super late game where the Yasuo can start actually beating the Renekton. You do certainly outscale, but that is a very, very far way off. I have kind of seen, traditionally around like 3 items and things like that. When you have your IE, when you have your 100% crit as well as like a Bloodthirster and that sort of thing, then maybe you can actually start to 1v1 against that Renekton, but it's really, really tough.
Yeah, for now, Yang, I think just grouping with his team, doesn't have TP either, so not really that many options. Still UMD continuing to play up and aggressive, holding the turret advantage still 4-2, although Captain Nuke is bot side trying to equalize that a little. Get pressure onto the turrets.
Yeah, I mean, Yang is just with the team, so Nuke is just going to continue split pushing. They're actually sending White down to try to deal with Nuke here because he has his teleport available, but UMD needs to keep pressuring. If you're not going to answer this guy, Yang will just fall further and further behind, so the engage!
There's the ult, they find one, Descratona with a good Zonius! UMD now going to pull them back over into the Nova! A shutdown as Descratona goes in and out, Bloodwater is going to finish it all off. UCI find what they need!
Oh, that engage from UMD. The Swain had Zonius, and I'm not sure if they realized that he had completed the purchase. He pops the Zonius, and Youngbin comes in. They turn it all around, and just like that, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. UCI get 4. They will get the Baron, and they are in the lead.
Yep, for what was a very dire-looking gold lead about 5 minutes ago, it's been completely turned around by UCI. Baron will be there as there's no contest to come. Captain Nuke even gets the turret. Oh, Draven trying for something, but instead White also perking in, maybe trying to get a kill, but he's going to go down as well to Latman. The Baron will be finished off. There's nothing left to contest with. And UCI, that's it. Now they're ahead. Where's he going to try and find Nuke? Might get it. Oh, the ult's good. Captain Nuke treading through, but the shutdown's there. All right, he grabs it.
Yeah, they get a kill there, so nice they take that Baron buff off the Split Pusher, and they are still only down 1k. But here it is once more. They're going in for the Swain, and if this is a Swain without Zonius, this is a great play. I mean, the burst is very, very big, but Zonius comes out, and it's like, oh no, this is kind of that moment where you realize as Youngbin is flying over, and Descratona just comes out, pops the Nova, able to get a triple kill there, as well as the Baron.
Really did an excellent job after it all. Youngbin in the right place as well. As UMD, maybe again, showing their hand a little too much with how aggressive they've been playing. But now with an Infernal Drake to play for, teams still certainly will want to take down the objective. UMD have already started, and they're happy to keep taking these fights. They will get the Drake. That's their 3rd of the game.
They are starting to fall really far behind in experience, though, because they're spending so much time grouped. I mean, Yang is level 11. Both the solos on UCI are 14. You can see Alrighty is down a level. Their jungler is down a level.
Wesley's down as well. Does get CC'd up. Oh, good kick. Actually saves himself. It's in the whole block by Alrighty.
Done.
Slick escape there from Lee Sin. But the CC chain that almost ended his life was also nice from UCI, who, again, playing much differently, and they know they have to lead.
Yeah, and they're going to push it down with Baron buff, and they're going for Yang.
Yang a little too far forward. The wind wall's nice, but Youngbin again looking for the engage, slaps them together. And Yang goes down. UCI not stopping. Going to try and turn it all around. They've ended their games pretty quickly. Despite the deficit they were at, they're going to try and do the same here. They knocked down their 5th turret of the game.
And they have an enormous wave on the top side, so Descraton's going to go perhaps buff that one up, and in goes Quirk.
We're going again for something to happen. Quirk is going to go down to Latman. Descraton also here. It just keeps coming. UMD overplaying these situations, and UCI are punishing them.
Yeah, UCI going to finish this one off. UMD gave us a good game, gave us an exciting game, and their best game of the series, but UCI, calm play, very composed play, and they should march this one down, and, well, no, they're going to play it even safer, I think, and just try to back off. Not going to look for an end here.
And there's so much gold to go and spend, perhaps, as the respawns are coming through. Again, if UMD want to get aggressive again, UCI will probably take some fights, but it's time to go back, spend, and maybe with a minute left on Baron, they can still end while the buff is on them, or at least knock down another few turrets and siege down another inhib. Is Latman even going to steal the red buff out of their jungle?
Yeah, the only real trick in the book left for UMD is engaging, and when the other team is now this far ahead, it gets so difficult. Yang, nice little kind of step forward to actually avoid the recon engage, but Latman placed the Caitlyn trap behind him as he joked forward, so no real way out for him there. And then, Quirk is looking for the play, finds the big stun, throws out the ult. He's getting a lot of damage out, but just not quite enough to get any of the kills. And as they look for the re-engage, the flash, looking for the stun here, not able to quite find it from Quirk. A Deskraton coming in means it's lights out here from UMD.
Yeah, piling in a bevy of CC. All started by, again, another great play from Deskraton, using the Swain and all that CC and additional CC extension he can bring to really just put the nail down in a lot of these fights. And UCI now have a tremendous goal. I mean, this game has swung 10K since the lead that UMD had at the start of the game.
Yep, and White now pretty far up, likely going to be caught out here. Nowhere for him to go.
He's going to try and buy some time. Needs one CC really to kind of get it all done. Bloodwater going to try and find it. There's a great route though. Pulls him back out of the W, but doesn't matter as Youngbin able to get the kill.
And Captain Nuke is pushing bot lane. No one is responding, so UMD is trying to set up a trap here. They're going to look for one last desperation play.
They already know, I think. Blue Trinket goes down. Lungman goes in. A good stand aside. But now again, they find two. Deskraton straight in there. This Nova is going to be massive. Alright, he flashes out of the way. Yang gets a shutdown on the Latman, who ate a stray tornado. Gust of wind takes him down. Oh my god! That Swain ult cleans up the rest of the fight, but it's still not quite over. Where's he trying to be the hero? Making half already. He's coming back in. Youngbin revives off the passive, and Nuke, he's still pushing bottom lane.
Just barely not enough damage there for UMD. If they were just a little bit more kind of developed in their items, they could have actually taken that fight, but instead Captain Nuke takes the inhibitor. They can't finish off more than just the one kill, and UCI move one step closer to the sweep and to the collegiate finals.
Down, but not out yet. UMD have a few more chances, but UCI, again, they just read the play so well.
Yeah, already was actually spotted walking in. It looked like, and it was a nice kind of rejection with the stand aside. And Quirk has been getting so much work done, honestly, in these fights. Look at that, the kick flash as well from Wezzy, setting up Yang for that one kill that they did get. And these health bars are so low. I mean, if they're a little bit stronger, if they had a little bit more gold, or the Draven was with them at this point, that's maybe those guys getting shut down and some kind of glimmer of hope, but not quite enough left in the tank.
No, and now with two inhibs down, UCI have a very easy spot to attack. A realm warp here from Rise.
Trying to escape, but Latman is here as well.
TP out. Ooh, trapped a little late and a little off, I think. Latman took a guess, did not guess correctly, and White does get away.
It's a great escape there from White. He gets out, but
was he out too? Youngbin again just finding his angles. Nuke get chunked a little into Sturrox, actually. So not going to have that shield up as they keep moving through, but again, UCI just have more than enough minion pressure here as Yang knocks up Youngbin. He's just trying to run interference and get them off the turret.
Yeah, we'll see if they're going to be able to do it. I mean, it's two waves of super minions kind of come crashing in mid and bot. You can see Wezzy's trying to deal with the one in the mid lane, but that just sets up for the dive now, and Youngbin's just going to go straight in.
Ooh, almost big. Bloodwater again with the flange going out the side. It should be enough here. UCI look to be doing it. Deskraton goes godlike. He's going to shred through them all. He grabs a double. Nuke popping a stopwatch as he dives down through the turret. Where's he though? Trying to find a kill. Actually did take down the Renekton as well. Where's he? He's going to clean it back up. Going to try and get the kills forward. Root looking to land. The Q lands, and they do actually clean it up.
What a cleanup there from UMD. It looked like that was going to be lights out on the game. Such a strong engage from Youngbin and Bloodwater when Wezzy wasn't even there. But instead, White and Wezzy with some heroics at the end. They're going to leave White to try to defend the base. Wezzy's going for the Infernal, but
he wants the Drake.
That's some tough wave clear.
Yeah, I mean, Rice has a lot of good wave clear, but the super minions are a little tougher to crack through. One Nexus turret already dead. Quirk finally up, so they should not lose anymore. Turret will regen, and Wezzy will get the Infernal Drake as well. UMD know. I mean, if nothing else, they're getting the good scaling Drakes.
I mean, they're still alive. They have double Infernal. They are down 4K. Gotta complete some of these items. We'll see this dive one more time. In goes Youngbin. Bloodwater there as well. The CC is there to follow. The turret adding a lot of damage, actually. And again, it's so much coming out, actually, from Quirk, from the support on this brand. Those living bombs are just lighting them up as UCI is piling into these fights. And Wezzy just goes straight in, threads the needle on the Q around Latman, able to get that kill. And then White comes in, and it's cleanup duty. They are pumped.
And they're going to keep that momentum up because the fights are not stopping. Youngmin again looking for the engagement, and I stand aside. Did deny the first part of it, still trying to pull them back in. But again, the ult is not bad at all. UMD, I think about to find it again. Oh my god, the AoE! UMD shredding through UCI. Where's he managed to get the kill? Bloodwater trying to cut it out. The dual lane needs to live for a little while longer, but alrighty, he's going to make it happen. Wezzy finds a Q. That's an ace for UMD.
Wezzy is an absolute monster in these fights, finding play after play, and Quirk doing so much of the heavy lifting here on the support brand. Maryland is not going down without a fight. They got the bear, and the gold is dead even.
All right, if the game couldn't get any more fun, I was wrong. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for both these teams. But Maryland, again, with backs firmly in the wall, will find a brilliant team fight.
And Alrighty has been so good with the stand asides in the later stages of the game, hitting every single one. And then look at the Brandall just shredding them. And Wezzy going in, hits the Warthog, and then he looks for Latman, able to find Latman with the kick flash there, putting him into the team, helping to secure that team fight one more time. He has been really everywhere on this Lee Sin, and you can really tell why people are banning out the carry junglers against him, seeing Rengar and Kha'Zix taken away basically every single game. Definitely a very strong playmaking jungler.
All right, we'll see what they can do with the Baron buff left on them for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I mean, I'm glancing quickly at the inventories. Most champions have their item builds, or at least the cores of their 3 pretty much done. And with the gold being even back up and 4 Drakes to 0.
Especially double Infernal. That's really the big one. And Draven is actually getting to a very strong point. That's 4 items on White. Draven almost has his double Zeals done. You can see a Frozen Mallet was the choice there for Yang as his 3rd item. So trying to add a little bit of a utility, a little bit of chase down in his kit when he's mostly just kind of team fighting. So we'll see. I mean, they have Baron. They can try to go to a split push. I'm not sure that Yang is still strong enough, actually, to beat Captain Nuke in the 1v1, who is on 4 items. And don't really consider Frozen Mallet in this kind of game state to be that strong of a dueling item.
4 aggressive ones at that as well. Youngbin gets out of there. Slingshots over the wall, but does take some poke. Once he does have, but going to take a little while to regen once he gets out of combat. Turret going to shred down, though, as UMD do find a turret. They're inhib the backup as well. I mean, the game is still balanced pretty precariously, but if they can break here again...
Desperton is coming in from behind. They're going to go for one big flank here from UCI, but the turret's already down.
Kind of a long con on the flank as well. Nuke going to go in, but might be shredded down. The Victor Vampire, they're going to try and find it, but now Desperton, he's going to join the fight. The fight, though, already started in the back as the Brando's ripping through a couple in the back. White also standing his ground. Zony's there from Desperton, keeps him alive as Wesley also dances out of the way. Alrighty dead. Yang down as well, so the ADs will fall, but
Duke
still the fight looking okay.
The ult is there.
Goes back through. So much damage. White slides down the carries, but Nuke able to get the other kill. Where's he here? Needs to save his teammate, but Nuke, he's the threat. A double kill. They get the kills. Another race from UMD.
They can end the game. They can end the game with the Baron buff. I think UMD has actually done it with this insane composition. These madmen battling back in game 3, refusing to go down without taking a win here over UCI.
Somebody call Highland. These are the reverse sweep kings of the college championship. Backs against the wall. They'll make it a little bit closer.
What a game. That was actually insane from UMD.